Try this one more game. Yo, what's good, boy? Yo, boy, back, boy. What's going on, people? How y'all doing? It is day 15. Day 15. You feel me? We are up, guys. We are up. We are up. We are up to day 15. You feel me? We've been making some moves. You feel me? Actually, let me get my camera a little bit more situated because right now it's a little angled off, but it's cool. I got my laptop here, you feel me? Got my laptop here. Where we at, boys? Where we at? Alright, mic's good. Screen looks good. How's my screen looking? I think it looks good. I don't know. We just here, bro. We alive. We lit. We're online. We're online. The stream looks good. Day 15. Day 15. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Put us over there. Okay. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna stop doing all that excitement stuff. Put my mic. I think my mic's cool here, bro. All right, guys. This is day 15 of vibecodingviral.com. Guys, we've been working. You feel me? I know this has been a whirlwind experience for me personally. I've gone through so much stuff. Dude, it's respect, hats off to anybody out there that has made it as a successful entrepreneur. Like, high key, I underestimated what it means to be an entrepreneur. Hey, track my face. There we go. Moving with me? We cooling? I bet. I underestimated greatly at the greatest of all lengths possible in the universe on earth. I underestimated what it means to be an entrepreneur. So hats off to anyone who's ever done it. I get it now. Well, not yet. I don't fully get it yet. I know there's more to come. But I'm close to getting it, bro. I promise you, because this journey is literally what it is, a journey. It's not for the faint of hearts, you feel me? It's not for the faint of hearts. But guys, let's hop on viral.com. So our current progress, we've been making some pretty good progress. I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed by how far we've come so far. Right now, viral.com is live. For the most part, we've had some hiccups here and there with a couple people coming in. But we got our first high intent client recently, which was very, very motivating for me at the gym yesterday. Okay, at the gym yesterday, guys, I finally hit 225 again. I know for some people it's an average, like what? Come on, bro. But for other people, they're like, what the hell? You hit 225, whatever. I don't know where you fall in that spectrum, but I was proud of myself. I did 225 for 3 reps. Really slow, controlled, not no Russian pumping stuff. But I feel like I'm approaching flow mode, you know? Like, I used to be hitting 225. That was like a thing. You know, I stopped going to the gym, stopped working out. Like, you regress whenever stuff like that happens. But your boy feels like we are approaching flow state, you know? I feel like I was too lit at some point and I had to get nerfed, you know? But that's fine. I got nerfed and I'm back now in track for getting what I truly want to achieve, right? You know, all the people working at great companies, you know, like, hats off to you too. You know, I know it's hard to put yourself in a state where, you know, you want to achieve great things. Of course, surround yourself with great people, work really hard, get compensated for your time. And I understand that. I was there. It's comfortable. I loved it. Getting a paycheck, a huge fat paycheck every month. No stress whatsoever. The only stress you really have is that call you don't want to go to. You know, you don't want to go to that silly call where people are going to ask you questions maybe, or you're just going to sit there and you're not going to say anything on that call because, like, what are you going to talk about, right? What are you going to talk about? So I get it. I get it, people. I get it. Working a corporate job, being an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. You got to choose your hard. They're both hard. Life's hard. Wear a helmet. But anyways, that's not the point. That's not the point right now. You know, I do get it. It's very hard to be an entrepreneur, to build a business, to get clients. You know, like people that usually quit from a corporate job and go into entrepreneurship, you have this notion, this idea that it's going to be magical, it's going to be roses, it's going to be a bridge of rainbow like Thor. You know, you think it's just going to be easy. You're just going to pull up and just, you know, slight work. But it's not. It's not easy. But there are moments in that journey that you feel fulfilled. Even if you're not getting paid, but I do get it. You got to get paid. You got to get paid. Like, everyone wants to get paid. You got to contribute to your family. You got to contribute to your own life. You got to plan for your future, what you want to do in life, right? Like, nothing's free. Life's not free. Freedom's not free, bro. None of that's free. You know, you got to work hard. You got to get things done, and you got to make money. Money right now is the currency of exchange and value, right? In the future, that might change. It might not be money anymore. I don't know, but we're not there yet. We're in the point in time where money matters, right? So if you go on Vyral.com, this is what I've been working on, trying to escape the matrix, build businesses for businesses. Ooh, that's where I'm at right now, trying to help businesses launch. And I've seen some very interesting things in the past couple days. So this is day 15, guys. The first 10 days, we really didn't see much activity. So I'm gonna go to recordings here. So these are essentially sessions of people that are coming on the website. You'll notice like there's some tests here, but the ones that are not tests are the ones where you see absurd interactions, 160 clicks, 703 key presses. So people were like actively using this product that I've been building. Brings a smile to my face, but of course that's not cha-ching yet. You know, it's not a purchase. But I am learning a lot about what people care about, what types of businesses people are like trying to build actively, how they are potentially trying to build stuff, right? Like if I come here right now, like kind of skip through this guy's experience with our app, he wants to build a catering website that, you know, for a company name, blah, 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 whatsoever, right? So I'm getting an idea of how people even interact with my system in the first place. How do they type? What do they type about? How long are the paragraphs they're typing? What types of website they're trying to build, right? So I'm actively learning about what the demand in the market looks like, right? So this is where I'm at right now. I'm validating demand, and eventually I'll get to a point where I can, of course, slap a price tag / deliverables and fulfillment. Like, this is what that package is going to look like. But right now, the base foundation of the things that we're building for people is a website. So when people come through, they're actively answering questions and filling out stuff, and the AI is sort of helping them build a website. Now, there are a ton of guardrails that I've set up, such as templating and a bunch of other concepts to help make sure the AI does a good job in building a website, right? Like, at the end of the day, it's not going to be magic, right? There's some level of reasoning that's happening. That's not just the AI. It's heuristics as well, like for my software engineers out there, right? So we have guardrails. That's what we call it, essentially. Guardrails to make sure the AI doesn't go like to no man's land. You want to make sure like it's controlled. So, so these are folks' experiences, going through. I think my most interesting experience that I saw was this guy. This guy actually reached out to me yesterday. He's a key collection, so 1,060 key presses. Guys, 28 minutes spent, trying to use the app. 307 clicks. So it's great to see metrics like this. And if you're a software engineer and you're building a product or you're vibe coding, whatever, use PostHog, guys. Like, I know a lot of people when they're trying to launch a new app or whatever, they're just like hoping for the best. Oh, I hope people love it. I hope people find it. They check and see how many visitors did I get on my website, how many people converted and bought, and that's it. That's all you know. You don't know anything else. I watch every single minute. I go through here on PostHog and I'm looking at what exactly they're clicking, why they left, why they didn't type, whatever the case may be, right? Like I'm trying to understand what the demand in the market looks like. And the demand measurement, honestly, guys, you could do it in a lot of different ways. I'm not an expert. I'll be very honest. I'm learning a lot here. That's why I said the entrepreneur journey is like crazy, because you're wearing so many hats. And usually when you're in a corporate setting, for example, you're wearing like maybe 1 to 2 to 3 hats, depending on how big the company is. But you're not wearing so many hats, right? I was a product manager at Microsoft. I wore the hat of a product manager. I talked to customers, or I talked to people that worked closely with customers, and I worked with the engineers and the designers, right? So I wore a couple hats, but I was centralizing those things to like help make business decisions. Here, I'm doing similar things, but it's at a lot of a different pace, right? Because I'm wearing like all the hats. I'm trying to set up our Stripe account and verify businesses, and the legal aspect of things, and also like the banking side of things, and trying to verify with all the APIs that we're setting up with Google, with TikTok, with whatever, right? So it's a lot of different things, a lot of moving parts, and it's been quite the journey. So this guy is a locksmith, car keys. I'm guessing people like need to make new car keys, or their car keys get stuck. But you could see his experience here. I know the picture in the background is like a salon. It's not supposed to be a salon. So those are the things that we're working on actively. So that's why we're on day 15, right? Like, if I wasn't recording this session, I wouldn't know that my user is a car key guy, and I'm giving him a photo of a freaking barbershop, right? Like, he's not gonna use this website. If the website shows a picture of a freaking salon, he's not gonna use it. Why would he use it? That's stupid. His customers are gonna be confused, right? So that this is why it's important, guys, to use PostHog if you're a software developer, or you're building an app, or even if you're not a software developer and your team is building the app. For your sake, if it's your business or it's your app, you can watch what's going on and tell your team to make changes like based on the customer experience, especially if you know what the customer experience should look like, right? So measuring demand, guys. I'm going to go back to measuring demand. And a lot of people that do UGC or growth hacking, these folks are experts, I'm not going to lie. And I look up to you guys, honestly, because you have cracked the code on how to get attention and drive attention to make action, right? And that is something I'm trying to unlock. How do you get attention, potentially free attention, which is like crazy because advertisement is expensive, right? And people that have found a way to drive free attention to action is a superpower. So that's one thing I'm trying to learn. While I'm trying to learn that, I'm also running ads in parallel, so not too expensive, because I want to control. I don't want to open the floodgates, right? Because if I spend too much too quickly, I'm not gonna learn a lot. I'm just gonna have a bunch of people like this guy. I'm gonna have a bunch of people like this guy getting a freaking spa salon picture instead of a locksmith picture, right? But that was one issue I fixed yesterday, right? So we're progressing in how the application is evolving, right? So we're measuring the data points of how many people are coming in and what they're seeing, and are they able to make it through to registration, right? So far we've gotten, I want to say, and I'm giving you the behind the scene, guys. So far we've gotten 5 registrations on the application in the past week, let's say. Even if I take it far back, like it's just 5. Cause I think we just started running ads not too long ago. We're building in public, guys, so I'm not shying away from talking about the numbers, what's going on. It's all an experiment. We spent $42 so far to get 5 users. So that's quite expensive, guys, I'll be honest. So that's $8 per registration. That's a lot of money. That's a meal per person. I just bought each person a meal, basically. Not really, but I gave Facebook money. That's a meal for each person. So yeah, $8 per person, but that was worth it in my opinion in the short term to learn about the product, because the way the product is set up, depending on if we're able to get to validate the demand and the fulfillment that people need. In the past, I've tested other things that worked. I've gotten people to pay, I think, up to $125 up front. There was like a setup fee and then the website monthly fee, and they paid without talking to anyone in our sales team. So that gives me the confidence that there is a demand in the market. Now I'm actually getting more confidence because I'm seeing a wide variety of people. I saw a landscaper. I'm seeing a car key guy. I saw I think earlier in the video, what was it? I forgot what it was, but there was a different business as well. So there are a variety of businesses that are validating the demand for this product in the market. The question really becomes like, how can we drive the cost down and how can we increase the value of the product so people are not running into situations where they're like getting a salon picture for a car key company, right? So that's where we're heading towards. But this person spent 28 minutes in the dashboard, right? They tested things, and this is the website editor, guys. Like once you get past the onboarding flow, right? So that's a yoga, right? Like it's a car key locksmith guy. Like it's the pictures. So pictures is what I'm having a great issue with right now. So I'm working actively on really making the images system more robust right now because the AI is very intelligent text-wise. So it's changing text on the website. It's able to communicate with you. For example, like there's the home AI assistant where you ask it, hey, who are my leads, right? Like this guy did a really good job asking it. And this is not me, guys, right? Like I'm not the one testing this, right? Like I'm trying to see what the edge cases are. He said, show me my leads. And the AI was very intelligent enough to say, hey, you have 7 leads. These are like 3 of them. And this is like a message preview from these people. Would you like me to respond to them, right? Like it's able to pick up on stuff and like really like understand the business in one interface, right? But you still have access to your inbox if you want, your website to make changes if you want, the calendar, the payments, and I'll show you guys what that looks like in a second here. But right, this guy was able to push the product a lot more and help me find holes, right? Like things that I wasn't thinking about, things that were outside the box. So that's something that I really wanted to see, like, right? Like, because I think a lot of engineers, people building products or whatever, they get stuck in this bubble of like what they think the product should look like and how it should feel, and they build that specific thing. But I don't think that's great because you kind of get trapped in your own circular thought. Like you're like, oh, this should work. This is perfect. This is what people want. But you don't know that. You don't know what people want unless you ask them, right? And this is the best way to see that, like testing it things. Like test your own hypothesis, right? Put something that's kind of like an open box, right? And that's kind of what this is. It's like an open box. Hey, we'll help you build anything website with a framework of we'll give you a website and a booking process and a CRM, right? So that's the framework. It's a guardrail. But we're trying to keep it open enough so a person like a locksmith and landscaper can come in and see like, hey, there's some value here for me, right? So, but then it's like, how do you make it actually work, right? Like that's the question. It's not like, oh, okay, I think it could work. We're validating the thesis. We think it could work, but now we actually have to make it work, right? And how do we get to that point? So that's where I'm at right now. Images is one huge thing I have to work on. And the way I'm going to break it apart, guys, is ideally case is a person is uploading their own images. So we want to get to a point where people are uploading images. But before we get there, we need to help them paint the picture, right? So we need a bunch of stock photos that speak to the businesses. If it's a salon, it should be a salon photo. If it's a locksmith, it should be a locksmith photo. We should have an archive of photos for each business type. And I know it's very wide, right? I have a bunch of business types defined right now, but I can't have every possible business in the world defined. But that's why AI comes in, right? So that's why I need to lean in on how to make the prompts of the AI strong enough to respond to edge case scenarios that we haven't mapped out yet. But with images, it gets really expensive, guys. So be careful with this because if you're generating images on the fly, one, it's time consumption, but you could kind of bypass that with more GPUs or using a system that does have that power to process images, but it's still going to take it's still going to be some latency in that. So you kind of have to work out whether or not you want to do it on the forefront or you want to run those operations in the background and kind of weave it into the user experience. But one thing you can have is on-demand stock photos. So if you have stock photos or like Unsplash, for example, is an API, right? But it's also, it might return nothing depending on the edge case scenarios, right? So you have to have a bunch of fallback systems that works really well. And the issue right now, guys, is my fallback system is not strong, right? Like it didn't find any locksmith photos, so it just gave him a yoga photo, like as you can see on my screen here, right? So this guy really pushed the app. My gallery uploading wasn't working. I would have been happy to see the types of images he would have uploaded actually. But I didn't get a chance to see that because I returned a 500 error, as you can see here. But that's the great thing with the user testers, right? Like, if you can get free user testers, perfect. But ideally, you're getting real you really have demand for the product, as opposed to just friends. Hey, we have 2 viewers. I didn't even realize that. Warning. Whoa. Is the stream okay, guys? Sorry. Whoa. What happened? Oh, it's because my camera, I just like smacked it. Sorry, guys. What is this? Okay, so that stream is good. It's supposed to be excellent. I'm sorry, guys, but we'll figure it out later. anyways, let me get back to my point that I was making. Right. So, it's good. You got to get real users, right? And the reason I say real users is because if you ask your friend to test it, you'll find tiny little bugs that like, oh, sure, like that's worth investing time to fixing. But a real user will push the product in ways that you can't imagine because they have a real use case in their life. They want to use this thing. Like, they're like, oh, this is like, it's close to what I need. Like, how do I get it to work for my life? Like my real life. Not like a test case. Like, oh, I want to just help my friend test this app. And, oh, this is some random ass feedback that might matter, might not. Your friend is not going to buy the app. Like, maybe they will, right? But let's be real about depending on what type of app you're building, right? So if you're building something that for real people, test with those people, see how they use it. What types of things are they trying to do? What are they typing? What are they clicking? Why are they clicking those things, right? So this is kind of how far we've gone so far. Sorry, I don't want to dox this guy too much, but he pushed the product, and I learned a lot from his 28 minutes of using the product because there are a lot of things that he was trying to do that I can now really go back and take a look at. And guys, we did get an email from him. He said, hey, I tested a demo. I liked it. How do I start my actual website, right? So we haven't really followed up on that conversation. But what that tells me is, someone was willing to spend enough time to try to validate something. He saw hope in the direction of the potential product, right? Like, we're not there yet, guys, of course, right? But I also got some validation, a little bit more confidence in what the product should look like. And what the fallbacks or what the pitfalls currently are and the things that we have to work on to get there, right? So I'm going to stop my rant there, and I'm going to give you a quick demo of the product. There are a couple things that are broken in this experience, but this is not the demo. So the guy, as you saw, he was in a demo mode, which is more, it's a controlled environment for people that are new to kind of observe the product with a couple different placeholder things. But this is, guys, a real one, right? And I say real one, meaning it's actually live. So I was able to publish the website, right? So we're helping people build websites, right? So this is a published website. So if I go ahead and make a change here, right? So it's like Where Love Happens. But let's say I want to do something different, right? I want to do something different. I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm just going to publish this, right? Okay, so that's one more broken thing I got to fix. It's not supposed to do that, guys. Okay. Okay, so we got to fix that. But basically what's supposed to happen there, guys, is if a person has a plan, which this person does have a plan, I give this account a plan. Let's see, unless the trial is over. Trial ended soon. Oh, trial ended. That's why. I see. Oh, so it is working as it should. It is working as it should. I actually wonder if I hopped on another. Can I hop on another trial? Okay, that's another thing, guys. We gotta track trials, right? So if a person's already done a trial, I don't want to come back and do another trial. It makes no sense to do that. So I gotta fix that. But anyway, what I want to show you is that when you make changes, it would publish. But in this case, it's not gonna publish because, as you saw, guys, it's blocked because I need to be on a plan. I'm not on a plan anymore, and I thought I was. That's fine. That's fine. It's working as it should. So this is another thing, guys. Working with domains. So if people want to add their domain, this is something that I can help them do. or not necessarily me help them do it, but the system, you can put your own domain. It's like, oh, because I showed you guys this is mac.viral.com. So we host it on a subdomain, but folks can put their own domain, like, oh, mybusiness.com, whatever, right? And when they add it, they just have to change some DNS settings on their end, and we'll create a bunch of other ways to like make it a little bit easier for people to do that. Eventually, I think we can help people buy domains directly, but that's a whole different ball game, and we'll work on that when there is valid use case for that product feature. But right now, we're just ultimately focused on the image experience, making sure people can actually get like images that relate to their product. So right now, I don't even think you can like really mess with the gallery. So let's see. I'm gonna go to gallery. So let's see. Okay. Add an image. Select an image. So this experience is kind of janky too, right? Like, oh, like why do I have to click 2 times? Like, why is this even here? I should just go straight here, right? Like, why would I go to here and then click it again and then go here? It makes no sense. But anyway, another thing is we should have some suggested images here, and it's not populating, right? So I'm gonna try to upload an image, guys. I'm gonna try to upload an image, and that here, double click again, right? So that's another issue. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this Search Console thing. It's not unrelated completely, but I want to see how that works. Okay, right. So that doesn't really quite pick up. Boom. Okay, so yeah, the photo doesn't pick up. So that's one thing to also work on. Take that out. Right. But one good thing though, at the very least, is our saves are kept in draft, right? So save less than a minute ago, unpublished changes, right? So there's a published version and there's a draft version. So like if you're making changes actively and you're not ready to publish it yet, you can keep that in draft. If you want, you can discard the changes, right? And go back to whatever you had before, right? All right, so you can go back to whatever you had before. So we're tracking the states very well, which is great for people because, you know, as you're changing your website, you might have different versions. And eventually we might have a way for you to manage different websites. I think that will be further out in the planning cycle. Right now I'm a solo. Literally the entire thing, everything you're looking at was built by me, solo, no team, over the past 15 days, right? Day 15. And one thing is, so if you go here, so I'll give you guys one look at this. If you go here, so I'll say Jimmy Fallon. Jim. Okay, so this is one powerful thing. This is what people probably care about the most. I mean, you want a beautiful looking website, but at the very least, you want something that works, right? Right, for your customers and for you. So one thing that we've tried to validate is making sure the website does stuff, takes actions, right? Ingests actions. So I'll refresh this. That should auto update actually, but and that's also weird because it didn't push it all the way up, right? This is not organized well, right? Jimmy Fallon, right? That came through less than a minute ago, but it's like weird organized. It's not organized by timestamp. So there's a ton of things, guys, that we have to clean up here. So I'll skip payment. I don't need to pay. And it's like you can set your appointment type, right? So for us here on our website, we've set only in person, right? So if I had voice call, phone call, it would show those options to my customers, right? Like what types of appointments can they set with me? One thing I'm interested in, guys, is med spas. If anyone's a med spa or knows a med spa watching this, I want to work with you guys. I want to help you guys build out, systems. So I'll leave that there. So yeah, in person, you get like, okay, appointment stuff, right? Appointments are very important for every business. Every business needs to make appointments. But there are a lot of factors to appointments, right? It's like you have times you're available or your team's available, and how do you manage that, right? Like availability of not just yourself, but also like, for example, if someone wants to make an actual booking with you guys, what calendars should we check to make sure that there's time slot available? Either it's like for an actual booking or if it's for, let's say, just a consultation, like someone just wants to talk to somebody, right? So there are 2 different types of appointments, right, that people need to be setting. But let's say I'll just grab an appointment to talk to somebody, right? And I want to talk to them in person. I want to come check out what's going on in person. So boom, right? I'm a customer. Thank you, Jimmy Fallon. We'll be in touch. I got confirmation as a customer. We'll set up notification systems where your customer gets emails, etc., right, like from you. And, now you've got a new appointment set up. You're going to refresh calendar. That should auto-populate, guys, but, we'll fix that as well. But boom, right, Jimmy Fallon's here. Oh, Jimmy Fallon wants to come. One thing that's missing, actually, is it doesn't show that it's supposed to be an in-person, so I got to throw that in. But there are a lot of things to test, right? A lot of potential use cases to tackle. Payments is another thing, right? I skipped paying on this, but for example, if you're a barber or like a salon, or you're a car key guy and you have someone that's like, oh, I'm interested, and you want to make sure like, hey, bro, you gotta leave a deposit if I'm gonna come out, to you, right? Like for example, like the car, like you left your key in your car, and you want me to come all the way out to come help you get your key out of the car. I maybe want you to pay a deposit, right? Like, hey, pay a $25 deposit and I'll be on my way. And that gives you confidence that the customer is like, is actually going to fulfill like what they're saying, right? Like they're actually going to pay you. Like you're not going all the way out there for no reason, right? It's a deposit that secures your time. So that's one thing that we want to help capture here with deposits. So you're validating who's the most and highest intent customer possible, right? Boom. So that's just straight out the gate, straight out the point. So there are a ton of things, right? Signals about your website, like, hey, like, these are how many users are visiting your website, et cetera, et cetera. Your business profile, your workspace, your team, adding members to this workspace so they can help you manage things. Integration with your calendar, of course. You got to make sure your calendar is synced in. Your team's calendar, potentially, if you want to check availability of people, like your sales team, your secretary, whatever it is that's helping you with the business. Their time and appointments being set is actually the times that they're available. And of course, payments. Payments is something that you set up. And guys, the way payments is set up here, guys, is it's through Stripe. So we actually just connect you directly with Stripe. So we have the systems and Rails set up. You just literally come in and punch a couple things, put your business details in, your EIN number potentially, if you're a business or corporation whatsoever. You basically just set up with Stripe directly, and you get payments processed directly to your bank. We're not going to stay in between. We are just the infrastructure, guys. So that's one thing I really, really want to work on, guys. I don't care about influencer marketing and all that jazz. I don't want to do advertising for people. Like, a lot of people are agencies, and hats off to people that are agencies or consultants. I think that's powerful. A lot of people need like that active engagement in the business. I want to build infrastructure. I just want to build things that work. Like, that's it. I don't care about like, how to maximize like a specific, thing, right? Like in the business, like with marketing, it's like, hey, like we're going to call every customer and like try to convince them to buy, or sales, right? It's like, guys, if they don't want to buy, they don't want to buy, unfortunately, right? I think there are things you could do to help you out, which is like responding on time, like just basic things like, hey, someone reached out, respond in 30 minutes. Like, hey guys, even 3 minutes. Honestly, if you respond within like a minute, you probably get their business, right? They're highly intent at that moment in time. They're interested. They're motivated to reach out to your business. If you reach out to them within like 30 seconds, boom, like, hey, like I saw you have this question about our thing. Like, here's the answer. And like, these are other things that we think could help you out. Are you ready to make a book? Not necessarily a booking, but do you want to come check something out in person, or do you want to talk to someone that's an expert at this specific thing to like help you feel more confident, right? So like, there are things you could do to like really, really help your business, but I don't want to do like agency work. I don't want to talk to your customers. Like I don't want to spend my time doing stuff like that. It's not going to, or even coaching you, right? Like I'm not an expert at that. I could tell you I am, but I'm not, right? But I want to build infrastructure that just helps people, the team, the agencies, right? Like helps your agencies take the weight off their back. One thing is like messaging, right? Like messaging signals and data. Like this is what the person, how long the person spent on the website. This is where they spent time the most. This is what they clicked on. This is what they care about. So then when your sales team goes to talk to them, they know what they care about. They like are prepared. So that's what I want to work on. Infrastructure that helps people perform better, right? So, because I'm not an expert at sales or marketing or none of that stuff, I want to get better at marketing. Actually, I think that's one key thing. I talked about this not too long ago, which is like distribution. I think distribution is pretty much everything today. With all the AI that we have running around, distribution is the only thing that really matters. Because if you can't get something, your product or your service in front of people, they just don't know you exist, right? And if no one knows you exist, they can't buy from you. They can't do anything with your business. So that's one key thing I think right now that I really want to work on. I want to get better at, because for viral to go viral, I need to be better at marketing. So yeah, I think live streaming is interesting, because it's like in the moment I just want to like talk about things. I don't want to like overproduce and like, oh, like let me like write a thing about what I'm gonna do. I think that's great too. I do that sometimes. I make videos as well where like maybe for the past couple of days I've been thinking about something and I'm like, oh, like it'll be great to like polish my thinking and write some stuff, and okay, let's make a video. But this is more like in the moment. I'm thinking about this thing. It's top of mind. I think it's important enough, and eventually it's just a video. Someone could watch it 6 months from now. Who knows? Maybe it's relevant. Maybe it's not. But I know I've been doing a lot of ranting, and I haven't done any building right now. So I'm gonna take a pause to collect myself before I start punching away at my. Keeps disconnecting, unfortunately, guys, because shoot, warning. Wait, why is the bitrate so low? Wait, why is the bitrate so low? Does anyone know how to work this thing? Okay, bitrate. Jeez, man. It is 6,000. Why are they hating on me, bro? God damn. Wait, who was viewing this though? I ain't gonna lie. Hey, no. If you ever view this, you gotta drop 6,800. Shoot. All right, let's see. Can we punch this in? Can we punch this in? Did that work? Well, why is it so low? All right, we got every time we make progress, something always like kicks off. Like like they just always trying to put some dampers on your boy, but it's cool. I'll be back in a second. Throttling your boy to down. Throttling your boy down. Dude, all that yapping got me parched. All right. Now that we got a second, I'm gonna throw this on. Mobile. So the goal, guys, is to get this on mobile, guys. Mobile is everything. I was showing desktop, but mobile really is where I'll be spending a lot of my attention to make sure the user experience is good. Wait. Oh, okay. Still not working, really. It's organized weird. But where love happens, guys. Where love happens. We're cooking. Website looks pretty good. Could be better. Calendar's set up. Payments are set up. Very easy to manage. Website editing experience needs to be better. Inbox system needs to be better. And calendar, of course, with the appointment type needs to be better. But those are things that I'm catching along the way. All right, so guys, what we're gonna work on today? That's the key. So yesterday, I spent a lot of time on marketing. I spent a lot of time on like creating different types of demo videos, and this is what that looks like, guys. Let's pick it up. Pick it up. It's an out. It's an out, guys. Okay, so I made a bunch of videos that look like this, guys, and basically just like talking to businesses, like showing them how the user experience, what that user experience looks like. And I think maybe I'll drop an ad of something like this that looks like a lot more polished than what this is showing. But this is just to give people the experience of what it would look like for them, and also what it would look like for their customers, right? So I was working a lot of marketing yesterday, and I think marketing is probably where I should spend a lot of time. But after seeing this guy's experience yesterday, it's kind of pushing me to want to improve the experience. So 17 hours ago, I don't want more people. I don't want to do more marketing and then have more people run into the same issues. It makes no sense. So I'm going to probably pivot today to working on the actual product itself, making sure it's sound and good. Make sure this is good. Okay, so we're deployed right now. We had an issue last night, but we're back green. All right, so I'm going to close this. Actually, I'm going to keep it open just in case. Keep this over here. Keep this over here. This is still verifying. Keep this all the way over there. So viral media is where, guys, this is a whole different marketing product I've been working on, but it's related because I'm trying to crack the marketing game, like I mentioned. Try to find ways to drive free attention to our product. But again, this is more of a marketing product than it is what we're supposed to be actually working on. But everything is failing because yeah, they're flagging the system. Okay, that's fine. We're not gonna work on this today. I'm gonna close this as well, guys, and we're gonna reorient ourselves, right? So there are a couple things that we need to work on, right? Not go to market. We're gonna go back to product. So this is good. Okay. So a couple things that we noticed, guys, was, okay, images. So it needs more testing, onboarding, right? So we need to test in onboarding, and then also gallery and hero section, image management. And most of it is user experience. It's not really like back-end stuff. It's more like UI and UX and what the user actually experiences when they do stuff. Like things I showed you guys, like person clicks something and then a random screen pops up and they click it again, and another thing. It's like too many steps to get to where you want to go. So we got to simplify that. So images is one big thing that I mentioned earlier in this conversation. The next thing I think that is very important is the appointment type. So I noticed that showing on calendar, right? So there's not much. Okay, inbox. What was the issue there? The filter. Ordering by recency and filters. So that needs to be cleaned up a bit. And then we go. Let's see. This is probably still broken because this test account I kind of broke a while ago. Okay, let's just go with the flow. Okay, tagline's been updated. Can you change it to winners only? Okay, it's still stuck on that this chat. I broke this chat a while ago. I tried to fix it, but for some weird reason, it's just like stuck in this loop of like the same tagline. It's like confused about. So I might need to hop on a new test account. But also I want to fix it because I'm concerned that if a person runs into the same issue, they potentially would get stuck in the same cycle, repetitive cycle. But that also might not be true. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna test something, guys. I'm gonna test a different account. So this is a demo account, right? This one you can see demos at the top. Show me my leads. right? So I think this is probably a better testing experience, right? So, right. So let's see. Okay, so it's actually pulling from the data here to show like, hey, you know, these are people. Okay, so I'm gonna say change my website headline. But first, let me see what the website headline is. It says K's love serving girls that need their nails and makeup done. Okay. Change my website hero tagline. Let's see what it says. I want it to say the best girls win in life. Okay, the best girls win in life. Apply. Boom. Okay, tagline's has been updated. Okay, so it says tagline's been updated, but I don't see it here, right? So that's one issue. Unless, let's see. Yeah, so it's actually not showing up. But the idea is, guys, that it should, right? Should make changes as requested. Okay. No problemo. That's another thing that we should work on. Copilot. Editing sections. Okay. I actually want to test something real quick. Yes, please update this. All right, so let's see what it says. Apply. Oh, boom. Okay, so it works here, right? As you saw right now, it works here, but it doesn't work on the home. Works in website editor, but not from home. But AI responds like it does. I've been gone. All right, it doesn't look like it's that long. Doesn't look like it's that long. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's that long. Yeah, it's not that long. Bit rates are slow. God dang. Why can't I win at this bitrate game? Why is bitrate always tweaking out? Just straight up tweaking out. That's cool. Let's get back to business. Get back to business. All right, guys. As you see, the best girls win in life. You know, so AI works here, doesn't work here for some weird reason, right? You know, but it does keep consistency in the thread. Change it to girls win when they have fun. Okay. Times are updated. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't work from the home, but it works from the AI chat that's in the website editor, right? So we got to fix that. But the good thing is you can see, you know, you can see the website as you're editing with the AI. Here, I'll probably add some scroll to the AI chat. AI website editor, make website preview with hero. Scrollable to show website without expanding to full preview. All right, so the person comes here, they can scroll it, right, to see like the website without necessarily actually expanding it. So that'll be one thing I work on as well. Just like trying to button up the experience. Of course, the image system I think is like something that needs to go. Like this, right? Like that double click. So this screen appeared to be irrelevant. Wait, what just happened? Oh, that was weird. Oh yeah, like this experience. Like if I click this, it should just work. It should just show this, right? Like that double is not necessary, right? And I should have some suggested images here as well. So that needs to be polished. But the user experience does not look bad. It doesn't look terrible, right? The booking system needs to update as well. I'll note that down. Booking system, contact form needs to adapt to business type with its fields plus ability for custom fields. All right. So we need custom fields. I'm a nail salon. It's not an event, right? Payments, you know, I can require a deposit or I cannot. And also booking system. Hide step from website, right? Depending on what step you want to hide. Just 2 and 3. All right. Toggle to hide. Make sure website render response. All right. So we need to make sure that a person can hide a step. So let's say I don't want my customers to ever see a payment step. They don't need to pay or they don't need to schedule an appointment, whatever the case may be, they can do so, right? So we're just gonna give more control to the business owners and also make sure we're keeping track of the type of stuff. Right now, the only appointment system that's tracking availability is like just manual. So we're trying, but in the short term, in terms of people that are just getting onboarded, it's mostly just setting that here, right? But we'll have a system where every member of the team can kind of throw their calendar and we'll pull and make sure, check who's available, who's not available, or your actual business and like let's say your venue and the actual venue itself is something someone's trying to book, like is the venue available, not a person, right? Like the person doesn't have to be available. Right, it just depends on what type of business that you're operating. But there are a bunch of different cases that we're gonna look at. All right, so okay. So the AI chat needs to respond better. Inbox, I'm gonna try to basically fix up some stuff, but there's a lot of things that I can't fix yet because we still need to work on the phone number, making sure the phone number works. Website, I kind of mapped out what that should look like, but I think the images is the big thing here. The image system, image modals, image modal. For upload, suggested images for all businesses. Okay. Cool. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's good. So, we've got here. Okay, so onboarding, update business profile from onboarding. Okay, make sure we're collecting as much detail as possible, right? Updating that. workspace name and time zone as well, if possible. Okay. Workspace name and time zone, if possible. All right, we can try to figure that out. Team, that's different. People can invite team later. Calendar integration is different. Payments different. They can connect that later. And this is what it looks like, guys, if you have not connected it. Billing. Oh, this is demo mode, and it's just like, hey, do you want to get started? Boom. All right, cool. Cool. Person who needs help. Sorry, services, go publish, contact team. Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're going to check out from this live session. Oh, that's me. I was like, whoa, why am I getting an email? That's me. That's me testing. Okay. We're going to check out from this live. This is good. This is great. We got 4 viewers on this one. Dope. But anyway, right? I spent a lot of time yapping today, so I'm going to go back and build, right? I showed you my notes. This is what we're going to work on, right? We got to improve the product. So that's our key focus right now, is to make sure the product is good, so when people come in the future, they're not running into the same issues that the other guy ran into. And, you know, as you scale any product you're working on, I think this is the way to go about it. I'm not an expert, but I think it would make sense to learn about how people are using it and solve problems up front. So when you do want to increase the amount of people that are coming through, more people are having better experiences than worse experiences, right? So as more people get closer to validating the product and paying for the product, then we increase the amount of traffic that we, put into the product, right? Like, we're gonna go all in when we see people that are like, oh yeah, I love this product. Like this solves my problem. My headache is gone. I don't need to worry anymore, right? We're gonna turn the throttle on all the way to maximum when we see that that's the case, right? So we're not there yet. We got a long way to go, and we're gonna keep chugging along. All right, it was your boy. Your boy just keeps cooking. Stay in the kitchen and keep your chef hat on. You feel me? But yep. This was a good one. I enjoyed this one, and I will see you on day 16, guys. And hopefully we've made more progress. We've changed stuff. We've improved the product. But until then, guys, right? It's your boy Elijah, right? It's your boy Elijah. Checking out, signing out. I don't know if I should stop the stream here or here. I don't know if it matters, right? But we went for an hour. You feel me? We went for an hour. Ooh, it is lagging, bro. I know. I gotta change the bitrate, bro. My bad, Steph. But next time I do a live, I will work on changing that. If you have any advice, if you ever use OBS or anything like that, let me know, because I'm not sure exactly what the setting is, but I know it is lagging, right? It says it's good. I pushed the bitrate up, but it's still at like 2,000 kilobytes per second, which is terrible, horrendous. If you have any advice, if you have any feedback, if you know how to work with OBS or any other streaming tools you think I could take a look at, happy to do so. So that way, like, the stream experience is a lot better. But until then, guys, it's your boy Eli. I'll be back with another one later, Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one, bro. Oh, wait, you do. Before I dip, Steph, what are your thoughts, bro? Okay, check this out. I don't know. I think you can maybe see my. Oh wait, let me turn it back on. All right, so this is where I'm at, right? So it's at 2,000. The frames are dropped. I'm under 2,000 kilobits per second. I've got it set at like, let's see, 6,800, right? But it's cooked. It's cooked, bro. Oh wait, did you dip, Steph? I think Steph dipped, bro. Wait. The heck? The heck? Bro, Steph, you just dipped. I thought we were about to get the answer. Bro, you just dipped right in the middle of the answer, bro. Man, all right, I'll get another answer later. It's cool. Oh wait, not sure how you use your camera. Okay, so the camera I'm using right now is an Osmo Pocket. So it's Osmo connected to my laptop by USB-C cable. I think it is the OBS too. I'm not sure. I think it's either maybe I just gotta flush it because it's only using 8% of the CPU right now, so it shouldn't be like a problem with CPU. I guess I gotta mess around with it more because this thing is it didn't have this issue before. If I put it on 10,000. What if I put it on 10,000? I don't think that's gonna help though. Yeah, it's still down here. It's 725, dude. It went even lower. Yo, this is cooked, chat. Okay, I'm gonna set it back to 6,000. That's what it was originally. Damn, it might be the PC, bro. My PC's cooked. It shouldn't be though, because it's not even screaming, It's not making noise. It wasn't like this before when I streamed the first time. Video encoder. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to use the hardware for the encoder. Is it lagging now? Couldn't find my stream. What you mean, bruh? Right. Dang. Dude, it wasn't even like this before. Why is it doing that? Yo, Steph, what do you do, bro? Are you a programmer or like what do you do? I'm curious. Are you a streamer? Oh, 2,900. Damn, it just went way back down. And now it has no data. Yeah, I gotta take a class in OBS, bro. I need an active lesson. That's what I need. Because this is not sustainable. Yeah, I don't know. Is a whole different ball game from what I thought it was. Like I want to say 4 years ago, 3 years ago, right? Like it meant something different, but now it's like UGC farms and viral marketing with like some folks are testing AI stuff. Like how can you make it cheaper? How can you reduce the time it takes to make high quality marketing? Yeah, those are things I'm seeing trending right now, at least from people. A lot of people are like doing really well, like with stuff like that. What type of businesses do you help? Wow. Bitrate slowed. Dude, this thing is like making me kind of. Oh wait, do I just gotta apply? Is that the issue? Is that the issue, bro? Yeah. Yo, I gotta figure this out, bro. We should connect though. I mean, I'm curious. Um, oh, it says excellent. Wait, is it better? Yo, this is the first time I saw excellent. I'm not gonna lie. Are we in software? That's where I'm at right now. Building, marketing, and software products. Um, Trying to build for as many people as possible. I also am looking at specific industries. So I came from the hospitality industry. I owned the venue for a while. After like in between being a product manager in tech, and built like a product and helped other venue owners take on the product and run their businesses from it. And now I'm trying to kind of open up a little bit more and work with other business types, especially high ticket businesses. I think med spas are interesting. Med spas have been doing really well. Landscaping businesses, I think, are going to come back up in the spring, summer. So a lot of them are kind of ramping up. Yeah, so I'm curious. I'm learning. I'm curious. Stiff hacking. All right, sir. I'm gonna note that down. I'm gonna note that down. I am gonna end the stream. Yeah, it does cut. I'm gonna end the stream right now, actually, bro, and we can just chat offline. And I gotta figure out how to fix this bitrate issue. No idea why it keeps doing that. Last time it was just like something completely different, but we'll figure it out. All right, we're gonna end it here. Thanks, bro. It was great to connect. I'm gonna chat with you on Discord.